Hello, hello. It's Danielle Doucette, and I am super excited that you are wanting to check out Kartra and see if it's right for you. So, what I decided to do was give you the full backstage pass to take a look at what Kartra can do, the good features that I wish that I was able to see into. Like when I'm looking at new software or an app or something, I want to really see what it can do. So that's what I'm going to do for you today. I'm going to be switching back and forth between a demo account when I can't share sensitive info and my own account when I can really just show you what is actually in there, the nitty gritty. So this is a demo account that's going to show you what your dashboard would look like, and you have on here a 7-day look at your sales. You can see your list growth over the past 7 days, recent broadcasts, and the open rates, things like that. You can see the traffic and conversions on some of your busiest pages in here, help desk tickets, and calendar. If you're using the Kartra calendar, new events will pop up there. So then on the left hand side, we've got all the things inside of Kartra. We're going to start up here at the top in products. This is where anything that you are selling, anything that's paid, you're going to create a product for. That could be your coaching, it could be digital products, it could be a course, a workshop, a paid webinar, anything that you're collecting money for, you can set up in a product. We also have the ability to set up tracking codes so you can do some advanced tracking and automations built off of link clicks. You can create coupon codes, do your sales tax if you need to collect that. You can even create a self billing portal link, which allows your clients to download their own invoices, update their credit card. If the credit card is coming up on expiration, they can request refunds, and you can either automate that so Kartra will follow your rule on giving the refund or declining the refund based on your refund schedule that you have set, or you can manually approve this and it'll send you a ticket so that you can take control of that. You can also allow them to cancel their subscription. So you basically set this up. And I also have training that you can give, like a short YouTube video to give to your clients, teach them how to work this if they're not super techy. But anyway, your logo would be up here at the top and they would log into this and then they can do those things. They could cancel their membership, request a refund, or update their credit cards. This can cut down on the amount of customer service you have to do, which is awesome. You can also build your affiliate program right inside of Kartra. So you can have people be your affiliate, promote your products, and when they make sales, you give them a commission. And Kartra can track all of that for you right in house. You can have your analytics here where you'll be able to see your sales statistics in this really nice looking graph. I really kind of love the way they visually represent things in here. You can also see your affiliates analytics, transactions, of course, if you need to go in and give a refund or adjust something, or you want to export a CSV of your transactions, and you can see your subscriptions. So if you have something like a membership and you want to keep track of how many people are on a monthly plan and see your subscription analytics, that's built right in there too. In the next tab, we have our communications, which is where our list, our email list lives, and where we would set up our emails that we're sending out. So on this page here, you'll see your leads. You have the ability to create lists that you want to have. So you have your main list. You could have a newsletter. If you have a challenge going on or something specific like a promo, you can create a list here. And then we have tags. Now, if you're coming from another platform where you have to use lists and tags to group your leads for absolutely everything, you might be surprised, and hopefully you love it as much as I do, that you don't actually need to create tags for everything. I create tags for specific automations and to designate if someone, let's say, does a challenge in January versus July. But if I we go back to leads and we go to advanced filters, you'll see there's this huge list of the things that you can filter for in Kartra. So you do not need to make a tag to tell Kartra that that is the case. For example, you can filter for who has filled out a form for your lead magnet. And then that's going to be everybody who got your lead magnet. You don't have to make a tag that says this person got my lead magnet. It saves a lot of time and it saves you from having hundreds of tags as your business grows. You can also filter for who has clicked a tracking link or not, who has purchased a product or not. So if you want to send an email to everybody on your list, but only those people on the list who haven't bought a product so you can promote it, you can actually exclude the people who have, which is really nice. And you can see there's just so many other filters that you can use. In communications, in the next tab over, this is where we would create our emails. So you've got broadcasts, which would be a newsletter, an update if you're launching something, pretty standard. So we can take a look at one that I sent out. And then we have automated sequences. So sequences get triggered by an action that someone would do, like they fill out your form to get your lead magnet or they buy your product. They get subscribed to a sequence and then go through the steps. There can be emails in there, and you can have a sequence with just one email or 100. You could have automations that happen. So, what I'm going to do is switch into my real account and show you a real email sequence that's in action. So, in here, this is my one of my lead magnets, the Kartra font guide, and we can see a visual representation of this is the form that they fill out if they're coming in organically, which is not a lot because I'm actually running Facebook ads, Facebook lead ads to this. So they get popped into my Kartra account using Pabbly Connect. You could use Zapier too if that's your favorite. But basically, they end up in this email here, and you can see that I have a 65% open rate on that first email. The second email goes out immediately after that first one. So they get two right off the bat. The first one's just to confirm that my email got to them. This one delivers it. You can see I've got a 65% open rate and a 42% click through rate. So I can tell that a lot of people who are opting in are actually opening the email and clicking to get the guide. So you can see how you can use these analytics. As they go through the sequence, I can see the open and click through rate here. So I can check to see how well these, how engaged are these leads coming through? Is there something I need to change? You can see it up here, but you can also see it down here in a grid or a table if you wanted to. And you can switch from number to percentage. At the end of the sequence, you can have automations, and then we unsubscribe them from a sequence so that they're not in it forever because it's all done then. So that's kind of just what you can do to be able to see your analytics inside of Kartra. You really get a chance to know a lot about what's going on in your own marketing. Next, let's take a look at the pages in Kartra. So the page builder, you can build any type of pages that you want inside of Kartra. You can build out your entire website if you want to. In fact, I have a done for you campaign for coaches that includes the whole website and a lead magnet and all the stuff that you might need. Or you can do funnels for growing your list, selling your products. For example, here's a just a very simple opt-in page for a 5-day challenge I'm running. Here's a checkout page that I created to look a lot like the high performing ThriveCart checkout template. You can build long form sales pages, short checkout, blog like pages, looking like pages. So you can't actually blog inside of Kartra. And if you wanted to, and you wanted to have a traditional website, I would recommend that you have a WordPress site for that and then Kartra for your marketing stuff. But Kartra even does have blog post templates that look like a blog if you wanted to. If you needed to put up a post real quick and you didn't want to go into your main website, you can do that in Kartra. So I'll show you here. There are 470 page templates to choose from, all different types. And what you find here, you can change the colors and the fonts and the images and all of that. But the layouts make things so easy to just start from something so you're not staring at a blank page trying to figure out what to create. And also, unlike website builders where you have a theme and that theme controls all of your pages, in Kartra you can make everything look the way that you want, whether it's all branded to be the same or you want to build something completely different. You can come in here and filter by what page type you wanted to look for and then pick the template you want to start from. If you wanted to start from a blank page, though, you absolutely can. Next up, we have forms. So you'll create a form for anything that's free. So if it's paid, you're creating a product. If you're giving it away for free, it's going to be in a form. Even if the thing that you're giving is something that you do charge money for, if for this specific use you're giving it away for free, you'll create a form. So, for example, if you're in like a summit or a bundle and you need to give free access to one of your paid products, it's super easy to just switch out the product for a form in Kartra. And then you do not need to collect anybody's credit card info or anything like that. It's super simple. All they need to do is put in their name and email, and you can give them automatic access to whatever that product is. So that's what forms are. And I'll show you the analytics because this is really cool. This is one of the most important analytics I think that you can have. And that is how well are your forms performing? So, along with how well your products are converting, your free stuff also counts. So, here we can see in the analytics, it defaults to 30 days, but you can pick any time period you want, including a completely custom time period. We can see here that my forms for that your first funnel challenge we saw, it's converting at 36%, which I haven't even shared it except for one place so far, so it's doing pretty good for the few visitors that it's got. You can see that my masterclass bundle is converting at 90%. This workshop, the Funnelize Your Facebook, 87%. For the organic people that are coming to my Kartra font guide, it's doing 12%. Next up, we have memberships. This is going to be an exciting part because I think a lot of people who are choosing an all-in-one platform want to know what is their course content going to look like? What can they make out of it? So I'm going to show you a couple of examples. So this one was a presentation I did, a webinar or a training. I made a membership. So in Kartra, they're called memberships no matter what kind of content it is. So I made a membership for it. It doesn't have a password. You don't have to log in. You go straight to it. I was able to put the replay of the video right here on the page. And then I put all my slides as different images so you could kind of follow along and go that way. I have another free membership called my Marketing Toolbox, which just has some bonus trainings that I might want to have in here, promo stuff. If somebody was looking to find out what my tech stack was, I have that kind of info in there. You could also use something like this for a blog or a newsletter. So you would just create a new post for every edition of your newsletter or a different blog post. And you could link this without having a login. This is my Inner Circle membership. So, where this is the portal where clients can log in to get to the content. You can see that I've used a marquee image here so you can customize. I have put in a custom background. You can see when they log into the welcome, they see the upcoming calls. There are links over here to the calendar to schedule their calls. I've embedded this Calendly pop up that is a little button in the bottom right, so they can go straight into the form to book calls there if they want to. This link over here is animated and it points over to the Facebook community so they can join that. And then in here, we've got different posts with the content. So we've got the funnel roadmap. I have it as an image so they can see it right on the page, text, and then they can download the PDF. So you're able to put your content in lots of different ways to be accessible to different learning styles. Then I'll show you my Funnelize Your Facebook, which is a workshop with short videos for each step by step. So it's very easy for someone to move through and consume the content in here. These videos are hosted on Loom, and I just grab the embed code and pop it in here. So if you don't host your videos on Kartra, which you can if you want to, but if you use Adillo or Vimeo or Loom or Searchy, you can grab the embed code and pop it right in. You can see that I've put show notes for this video. In others, I put the whole transcript. And when we click the button at the bottom, it's going to take us to the next post that you want to go to. So it helps people to consume the content and go through your actual course. At the end, I have a feedback form that's embedded here. It's a Google form. So it's embedded right in here. And when they fill this out, I get an email notification. If you wanted to use this so that you collect data that you want to have in a Google Sheet without having to use Zapier or Pabbly Connect or anything, you can do that just like this. You can also use these memberships if you are a one-to-one coach or you're a service provider and you wanted to create a membership for just one client custom to them, you could set this up so that they have it. And if they needed to give you upload documents to you or submit forms, you could embed them right in. In fact, you can embed anything you want as long as you have a code, you can pop it into the membership. The other thing that you can do is use images to make the membership pretty. You can use custom backgrounds like I have in the inner circle. There are a lot of things that you can do to make the membership area or your content area beautiful. I recommend keeping your sidebar on the right hand side for best mobile experience. These are mobile optimized. So if somebody is visiting your membership on their phone, they can still get to the content and move through it pretty easily. You also have the ability to create a client portal, a portal. You can call the portal whatever you want. Mine's the client portal. But if we take a look at what that looks like, you can actually put your more than one membership on a portal page. And so when someone logs in, everything that they have access to unlocks. If they don't have access to it, it'll remain locked. If they click on the button to get access to it and they don't have it already, it will take them to the sales page or the checkout page where they can buy it. So this is super cool. You can use this to cross sell. You can use this so that when people come and maybe they're looking at my free marketing toolbox, they'll also see all of the other things that they could get access to if they wanted to. Next up is Kartra webinars. If you've ever been in a webinar jam webinar, it's going to be similar to that with less bells and whistles because Genesis Digital owns Webinar Jam, EverWebinar, and Kartra. Some of the cool features that I like about the Kartra webinar are that you can put up an offer right into your webinar room. So when people are in your webinar, you can have your offer that you've already set up and created inside of Kartra pop up in the screen where they're watching you and they see the chat and they see the offer. So they can click right into it, which is really great if you're doing sales presentation-y type stuff. Next up, we've got the media folder. So in the media folder, you've got your videos. In your videos, you can create playlists of videos as well. One of the cool things that you can do inside of a Kartra video is you can create calls to action that pop up in the video. You can create a form that pops up so people have to fill out the form in order to watch the rest of the video. And you get video analytics so you can see how many people have seen the video on a page, how many people have played it. I have Sarah's testimonial video, and you can see that 280 visitors have gone to that page. So they've seen the video there. 10 have played it and 8 have completed it. So 4% plays, 3% completes. So you can kind of see your analytics. I love using Kartra video hosting for any video where I would like to see how well it's actually doing. So if you have a webinar replay, I would host it in Kartra so that you have that ability. You can even tag people when they get to a certain part of the video, and that can help you to follow up with people who failed before they saw the offer, the people who saw the offer, things like that. You can get really into the nitty gritty. But I don't like hosting all of my videos on Kartra just because it does take a long time to upload. And I like to use something like Loom where where I'm already recording it in there, or when I upload it, it just takes a couple of seconds. You can use whatever you want. And if you have a ton of video content, I would probably use something external. But you have unlimited bandwidth here to host. So if you wanted to put them all in here, you absolutely can. You also have an image library. So this is going to be all of the images that you've uploaded into your page builder, your broadcast, your membership, all of that. It's now in a library where you can access it. You can also do audio files, and Kartra has a built in audio player. So you can have an audio player on pages or in your membership areas, and you can host files like PDFs that you're going to just grab the link to and share that. So instead of hosting in something like Dropbox or Google Drive, you can host them right inside of Kartra. Next up, we've got calendars. And the calendar feature, again, in my opinion, is going to be one of those more basic options. So, for example, if you are just starting out and you don't want to have an external calendar and you need to have somebody book a discovery call, you can set up your calendar inside of Kartra. It integrates with Google Calendar. It doesn't integrate with iCal or Outlook or anything like that. So as long as you use Google Calendar, it'll integrate with that to make sure that you don't get double booked. It integrates with Google Meet and Zoom so that if you want people to book a session with you and then automatically create that meeting in Zoom or Google Meet, you can do that. It sends out email reminders before, and it can send out an email follow up all through Kartra Calendar. So this is kind of what it looks like. And then if we were to pick a time and go next, then we'd fill out our information. You can ask questions when they book. It's good and it does the job. It's just if you need a little more than that, if you have an iCal and not a Google Calendar, if you want to have all the bells and whistles. Personally, I'm a huge fan of Calendly. I've used it forever and I absolutely love all the features. It makes my life simpler because a lot of my business has to do with people booking with me. But if you're just starting out and you don't need all those bells and whistles, you've got Kartra Calendar built right in. You can see your agenda here of who has booked with you if you're using the calendar and your analytics and stuff there. Next up, we've got surveys. So you can create surveys of three different types. You can do a traditional survey where you're doing something like an onboarding survey where people are filling out, they're just answering some questions for you. You can do a traditional survey to gather data from your email list if you wanted to ask them, hey, what do you want to see more of? Or if you wanted to have like an anonymous feedback form, that kind of thing. You can do a scored quiz. So you can pop these quizzes into your membership area and quiz students on how well what they've learned and what they've taken from the lessons. You can have it be pass fail. You can also use the scored quiz in a really cool, unique way to gamify your membership area. So instead of asking questions to test them pass fail to see how well they know the content, you can ask questions that pretty much everybody would get right. One question like, what's your biggest takeaway? And then when they submit that, on the success page, you have the ability to put an image and you can customize that as like a badge they can collect or something just pretty and fun that is cool for them to see when it pops up. And it can be something that your members might collect all the badges and get a prize when they do. Or it could just be Easter eggs inside of your content where when one of those pops up, they want to fill it out to see what comes on the success page. So you can do gamification right inside of Kartra, or you can use the personality quiz. And the personality quiz is where you have questions and each of the answers is weighted. And then based on that score of the answers of all of your questions, you can drop people into different buckets. Then from there, you can automate what kind of follow up they get based on the bucket they got dropped into. So if you want to sift through your leads or new leads coming in and you want to say, let's see if they're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced. And then for our advanced people, we might follow up with our high ticket offer or our one-to-one sessions. For our beginner people, we might follow up, suggesting that they go into our entry level products or a beginner's course. So it allows you to really customize your marketing. And a lot of people like to build these personality BuzzFeed style quizzes on the front end for their lead generation. So if you wanted to create that right inside of Kartra, you can. Next up, we've got help desk. So you can actually build out your help desk right inside of Kartra. You don't need to go out and get another extra service. So you can have your help desk do self billing in there. Let me grab my link here and share mine. So if someone has a problem inside of your on your portal or inside of one of your memberships and they click the little life preserver, they'll get to your help desk. They can submit a ticket. They can access their old or tickets. They can see their old orders. This is the self billing area right built into your help desk. So they can update their credit card, cancel subscriptions, things like that in here. You can also, if you wanted to, turn on live chat and handle live chat on your website right through Kartra. Now, the funnels section in Kartra is basically a place where you can visually represent the funnels that you are building out. This is great if you like to see the way things move and go, right? So we've got traffic coming from here that goes to our squeeze page or our lead magnet page. They fill out the form here. They go to this thank you page. They get subscribed to a sequence, which then takes them to a calendar. When they book that call, they get the sales page. And then if they buy, they get the welcome and then they get added to this membership portal. So I have basically visually represented the layout of all of the assets that I've built in Kartra. So that's what you can do in the funnel builder here. You can download it as an image to share. You can open this up as a PDF to print out. It's helpful if you are a visual person. Next up is campaigns. This is where, when you first land on campaigns, you'll be in the marketplace. Here, you'll find free campaigns that people have created. There are paid campaigns that you can buy, a whole bunch of things that you can look through that can make building out your funnel a lot easier. In available campaigns, that's where you'll see all of the ones that you have already. Kartra puts a whole bunch in here for you that you can just use right away. If you buy or get a free campaign, then they'll also be in here. And if you create campaigns of your own, they'll be in the My Campaign area. So, campaigns, the way that I like to explain it is that they're like a moving box for Kartra content. So, somebody creates something and they want to share it with other Kartra users. They pack it up in a moving box called a campaign, and then they give that moving box to the other user. The other user then puts the moving box, the campaign, into their account and deploys it, which unpacks the contents. So, you don't need to create your own campaigns to make a funnel work in Kartra. So that's not the way. And I see a lot of beginners try to do that. You don't need to do that. If you wanted to put together a campaign of your stuff to give to someone else, you could. Or if you wanted to package up a funnel that you've created into a campaign so that you can redeploy it and make another fresh copy of all of the pieces all at once, that would be a good idea to create a campaign. But in the beginning, as a beginner, you don't really need to start creating campaigns. and you don't need to do it to connect the dots or make a funnel go. Then we've got integrations, agency, and affiliate promos. Affiliate promos are where if you're an affiliate for, I'm just going to skip down to that one. If you're an affiliate for other Kartra users' products, this is where you would come to be able to grab your affiliate links, see how much you've earned. Um, Basically, it's managing you as the affiliate. So if I wanted to promote this product, this would be my affiliate link. I would copy this and share it out. And your affiliates, if you have your own affiliate program, would also have this area. So if you have an affiliate program in Kartra and someone becomes your affiliate, they would actually get a free Kartra account where the only thing they have on this sidebar is the affiliate promos. And that's all they can do is just manage their affiliate links in here. So this is what that would look like for them also. Now I'm going to switch into my demo account real quick here. And I'm going to wrap up by showing you integrations. The agency is if you want to manage other people's Kartra accounts. You wanted to sign up a new client for an account under you, you would go through agency and set that up. Okay, so in your integrations section here, by default, you'll be on Kartra Mail to send out your emails to your list. And all you really need to do is a little bit of setup on that to get it hooked up to your business domain email. So we can't use a free Gmail account to send out our emails for our email list. We need a business account, but you'll set that up. Now, the other things that are in here for integrations, if you wanted to use a different email sender, you can. Elastic Mail, Mailgun, Postmark, or SendGrid. So if you need more control or you use one of those and you just want to bring that over into Kartra, you can. You can't use other senders like MailerLite or ConvertKit or ActiveCampaign. You wouldn't want to use those because all of the deep integrations of the automations and sequences and things like that are built into Kartra. So you don't want to be trying to talk to another service that does things differently. That's one of the beautiful things about Kartra is that it's built in. You don't need to pay for a funnel builder, a website host, an email service provider, and so on and so on and so on, right? It's all in here. The next thing that you'd want to set up for sure is your payment gateways. So Kartra integrates with Stripe or Square, AuthorizeNet or Braintree, and PayPal. In your products, you can choose one credit card processor. So you'd really just choose one of the four. The most popular is Stripe. And you may offer PayPal as well. So in a product, you could say pay by credit card or PayPal, right? And the person just puts their info into the checkout, and then whatever you use on the back end is what processes the payment. Kartra doesn't take any type of percentage of your payments. It's just dependent on what processor you use. Kartra also doesn't hold your money. It goes directly into whatever payment processor you connect up. If you want to do SMS, so text messages through Kartra automations, you can choose Plivo, Twilio, or Vonage to connect. You need one of those accounts and then integrate it here. You can integrate Zapier through integrations here. If you use Pabbly Connect, which is my preference over Zapier, you don't actually even need to integrate here. You just need to grab your API, and it's super easy to connect to. Here you can connect your Google Calendar and your Google Meet for Kartra calendars. You can also a Zoom integration if you wanted to use Zoom instead of Google Meet. If you're using a different membership platform that you don't want to move from, you'd rather use that than Kartra memberships. If you have a member, Digital Access Pass, Kajabi, Optimized Press, S2 member, or Wishlist, they integrate directly with Kartra. So you can actually automate that if someone buys your product through Kartra, it will grant access through Kajabi or Digital Access Pass. If you use anything else on WordPress, you can use WP Fusion and that will kind of connect Kartra to whatever you use in WordPress if you wanted to stay there. But honestly, I think that most people will be happy with what you've got in memberships built in Kartra organically. All right. So that kind of gives you a deep dive tour into what Kartra can do for your business as your all in one platform. I really love recommending Kartra for beginner business builders that are starting out because it allows you to have your funnel builder, even a basic website right in there with your email automation, your product checkouts, and your content all managed in one place. Those are the main pieces and the things that Kartra does exceptionally well. Then you don't have to worry about paying for different services, learning how to use different services, hiring somebody who can set you up on this but doesn't know that, having to try to figure out and pull your hair out to get everything to work the way that you want it to. You can just have things just work for you, right? So, if you'd like to get started with a free 30-day trial and you'd like to save 20% on your first purchase, your first charge, you can use the code Danielle20 and use my link, which I'll link for you. You'll get a 20% off your first payment. And so if you go annual, you're going to save already using the annual membership and then 20% off your first year. So it's a great deal. You can sign up for a 30-day free trial and take a look around, get in here and see what it's all about for you. See if it fits with how your brain works, and if it's got what you wanted to have. 30 days is a really great amount of time to kind of get in there and play around. It's easy to cancel your trial. I did want to say that because I know that sometimes people are a little hesitant to sign up for a trial, figuring that it will be so many hoops to jump through to get canceled if you need to. But truly, it's just a matter of going to your profile and going to billing and clicking two buttons to get canceled out. So there, you've got nothing to lose to give it a try and see if it works for you. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm happy to answer. And I just love sharing about Kartra. So I'm happy to help you decide if you have any specific questions of whether or not Kartra is right for you.
Be sure to use my affiliate link for the absolute best Kartra affiliate bonuses around. You'll get my first funnel in Kartra 5-day challenge. It's a $67 value. Honestly, my challengers have told me it is worth more than most of the Kartra courses out there. It will absolutely get you to be able to launch your first funnel and start growing your email list or selling your first product probably before your 30-day trial is even done. You'll get VIP membership in my Kartra Inner Circle for the lifetime of your Kartra account. Honestly, this is priceless. It's like having me in your pocket. I'll also gift you my coach website and funnel template. It's a $297 value, and honestly, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous website and funnel. And if you use my code Danielle20, you'll get 20% off your Kartra membership.
Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time.